Hey all, it's me. I It has come to my attention that there was going to be some updates. More chapters of my journey so far are about to be revealed on Strange but True Stories, which many of you are probably looking forward to because that's how you actually found me. But I wanted to disclose something real quick before that video goes live, as well as give an update on Olivia to just kind of get people up to speed who might not be fully familiar with what's going on. When I was real young, there was a situation where I was going through a lot mentally, and it led to the contemplation of suicide. And eventually, somehow, the exact reason why it happened, it's still a little unknown to me. Something intervened and essentially brought me back. There was, this bright light and something popped out. Basically, that something, according to the research I've gone through indicates that it might have been the Archangel Michael that brought me back from the dead on several occasions, who also somehow was able to introduce me to a little girl who I've come to call Olivia, because all indications seem to go towards that she may be my daughter. Now, for full disclosure, while a lot of you have mentioned that my story is like a romance novel with a supernatural twist, I've only ever been, I've dated a bunch of girls, but I've only ever been with one woman. And that was a fling that started up as kind of an emotional rebound after I lost my fiance. That lady and I, we still talk for every now and then, but being that she's from France and I'm all the way here in Idaho in the U.S., communication's minimal. So, the last video that was mentioned, uploaded about me on Strange but True Stories, I gave an update that indicated I finally located Olivia's mom. As she was called in the video, Jennifer was a girl I went to high school with. Allegedly, she had feelings for me back in the day, but nothing ever came of it. I was with someone else who was actually my old partner in my old ghost hunting team. And there was a lot of personal matters that I felt should have been taken care of before than anybody else in my life. The reason why I'm talking about this now is because, as part of me suspected, Jennifer lied. She was able to get enough details to put together a solid enough story, a solid enough backstory. She wasn't a legitimate accident. It's summertime, second kids are all out of school, road accidents jump up like 50 points. That's why a lot of law enforcement agencies refer to this time of year as the 100 deadliest days. In fact, nobody got hurt, but yesterday morning, at the time of recording, my car was actually hit by a drunk driver, just to give you an idea. The car's still usable, if any of you are wondering, but I'm getting sidetracked. Basically, there were certain traits about Olivia I kept hidden. sorry, pickup truck with shitty brakes outside. Just, anyway, like I said, there was traits about Olivia I kept hidden to kind of test anyone who would try to claim that they might have been her mother. One of these happens to be a birthmark. It's on my left arm. Can't exactly see it very well on video, and there's also this little something on my ear. Olivia shared these traits, and I kept that secret to kind of test people. She took kind of a guess. She's very intelligent. In fact, back in the day, she used to ask me all the time about my ghost hunting operation, and her questions were a lot more thorough than a lot of news journalists I've worked with over the years. It just to give you an idea. So essentially, while not a lot of videos can actually show these very well with the current quality I'm working with, if you look carefully in certain photos I posted of myself, I don't Photoshop them out. It's part of who I am. I don't feel really self-conscious about it. It's just there. It doesn't cause me any harm, so why worry about it? It's not really these aren't really something you notice unless you were really paying attention to me. Clearly she did. Reason why I say I was skeptical at first, because if you paid attention in the Strange But True Stories video I mentioned earlier, and listen, that I've actually called this situation I've come to call this situation the Olivia paradox due to the fact that it literally deals with some form of time travel. The exact mechanics behind it, I don't know, but I have a few ideas that can't exactly be tested without me trying to die again. And other than a few things that have been happening in the last couple of weeks since I got back from my road trip, life's going pretty good right now, to say the least. Where was I? Like I said, she lied out of desperation. She found out I was still active doing this thing. There was a time frame where I had to go dark due to some situations that happened that might actually be showcased on Strange But True Stories. So before my episodes come together to give my team a chance to fully explain the story, Steve White's probably going to do a section on it, and it actually includes an old audio clip that somehow managed to survive. So being that I was, like I said, I suspected that she lied but I had to be sure because, like I told Steve White, nothing besides me freaking out in the delivery room is going to verify for 100% sure that Olivia is in fact my daughter. No matter what methods I use, that's going to be the only thing that can verify it, and that's going to be literally the point of no return, essentially. She lied out of desperation. I got mad because this is not something I've been playing around with. This is something that's very serious to me. To kind of let you all in on a little bit of a secret, I've talked about the Olivia situation in my books. I've based a storyline on it, which I should probably continue writing that series. I kind of paused after book 3. You need to continue writing because a lot of open ends still. The truth is about the Olivia paradox. The reason why I've held on to it, focused on it so much over the years since it happened, and it's literally taken over half of my life right now. Just to give you an idea. The reason why I focused so much, because that was the one thing that verified I was going to be able to get over some of my own personal demons. To let y'all in a little secret, part of the issues I had growing up were in regards to my father. He was an abusive type. He was proud of the people he hurt. There's the story behind that can be put into a completely different video, just because you're going to get all sidetracked. But my father currently is sitting in a jail cell, potentially for the rest of his life, for sexually assaulting one of my sisters. And I've always known that he wasn't a good guy. I've always feared becoming like him. And it took me a lot to try to get over that. And holding on and trying to study and how the Olivia situation was possible, reaching out to help others, and studying as much as I can, try to be a halfway decent guy for when she comes around. It was my sign of hope that I could beat everything that was bothering me. Even though a couple very dear people close to me who saw firsthand the kind of damage that's been done because of this pointed out, just by me graduating high school and not having a criminal record other than a couple tickets from a car accident I was in a few years ago, I already made great strides to be above him. That the type of people that I've been able to meet and be able to call good friends, or even be able to call my family over the years, all became indicators that I was like him. But how vivid and often Olivia would show up, I could never let go of that. Even though it's not really a good idea to hold on to that, because just by me talking about it right now could easily affect how things happen in the future. In fact, me bringing up in relationships, I kept that tidbit secret about me until I could verify for sure that the woman I was with at the time was not her mother. A couple of times where it was pretty obvious, where there were some pretty significant traits that would have shown on Olivia. There was certain things that gone down, yada yada yada. It was a legitimate fear of mine, one of my biggest ones. I know now that I've come pretty far, and it's not without the help of some very incredible people. I mean, hell, one of them I started talking to again, and may still carry a little bit of a torch for her. There's only 2 people I've ever suspected of being Olivia's mom for 100% certainty. The only person that knows all the details behind that situation is my best friend, and even he believes that even he realizes that it's a long shot, no matter what is going on. But I also wanted to put enough details about the Olivia situation out there. See if anybody else experienced anything close to it. Doesn't seem to be the case. It honestly sucks. I didn't want to do this video, but I've fed you guys enough details about what's going on to where if there was a sudden change in the storyline, you all get confused. I didn't want to throw you guys off too much. So, anyway, that's all I wanted to share for today. Feel free to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, so we can get this channel moving to more people, because I noticed a few of you started dropping like flies. It happens, but nevertheless, help spread this channel around so we can gain more followers and gain more traction to fulfill the big picture, changing the world, doing something to help better understand and better help people in ways that some of the biggest, greatest minds out there barely scratch the surface on. If you all have any questions, feel free to message me, comment below. You know where to find me. I'll see you all on the next episode of my radio show. We're going to talk about other types of hauntings, elementals, and demonic hauntings. So be sure to tune in. Alright? We'll see you later.